know what to do.
It is not over yet.
Oh, I know full well. But as soon as I am with my sweet Eliana, I will not even fear death itself.
Do you truly love her?
Oh yes, she is so beautiful, so strong. That swine Roxton thinks he can just come and call for her like a filly from his stables. But our love is stronger than anything, and there is nothing he can do about it.
For River Spring. Eliana.
Victory, my Lord Alistair! Victory! Well done, my Lord Alistair. Those brutes got what they deserved. Well done, my Lord Alistair. Those brutes got what they deserve. For River Spring! For Eliana! We're almost done! Thank you, my lord Alistair. I don't know what fate those brutes had in mind for me, but I'm glad I never had to find out.
I managed to find Kristen. Roxton's men tried to kill him, but I was able to get him safely to the castle.
Well, I suppose that's good news.
Kristen told me that you had made advances towards him, yet you do not seem very happy he is still alive.
Alistair, I'm sorry, but I did not tell you the whole truth. The poor boy, he was the only means I found to avoid getting married. I arranged it so that Lord Roxton would find us together and see enough to assume the worst. I never imagined things would end up like this. The situation has spiraled out of my control.
So, you used poor Kristen as an unwitting pawn in this game of politics. Well, what is done is done. We now need to settle the matter once and for all. Lady Meredith, Lord Edwin, you might be somewhat surprised by what you are about to see.
Really? Have you decided to pay back the gold you owe us?
Not exactly. Guards, bring in the prisoner.
Light, at last! Praise the Seven!
Father!
Sir Alistair, what is the meaning of this?
Your father was in our dungeons. He was locked up after he and his armed men entered the town with aggressive intent and without my permission. We preferred to keep it a secret, so we had time to settle the matter from our side.
Settle the matter? What do you mean?
I have brought Kristen, whom you accuse of committing adultery with my sister.
That son of a bitch! You locked me away in your dungeons, and now this? This is one insult too many. The little roach must die, here and now.
As far as I know, there is no proof of the adultery you claim. Admit it, you did not even see anything worthy of your accusations.
How dare you? Your slut of a sister was half naked on that runt's bed. Do you take me for a fool?
Calm yourself, father.
He's a poxy little gutter rat. I demand compensation in blood.
I repeat, you have no proof. The alleged culprits are strongly protesting their innocence.
Very well. In that case, we demand a trial by combat. The gods will decide who is truly guilty.
What?
To first blood. Edwin will be my champion. It is now for you to choose a champion, Lady Eliana.
Alistair, I'm sorry. I think things are now out of my control. Would you agree to be my champion?
Very well, I will fight.
May the Seven guide your hand.
Fight! Enough. You have won, sir.
I expect you to honor the result of the duel, Lord Roxton.
This little ritual is ridiculous. Don't think you can get away with this so easily.
The gods have spoken, Meredith. Do you dare cast doubt on their judgment?
The duel was only a matter of honor. That is not enough to repay your debt.
No, this will suffice. Lord Roxton's behavior might be considered an act of war. That is a crime punishable by death. If you want to complain about my sister's supposed adultery to our liege lord's House Lannister, please be my guest. Given the number of witnesses I have on my side, I wouldn't give it long before your heads sit atop spikes.
You thieving swine.
That's enough, Meredith. He has the right of it. You are truly your father's son, Sir Alistair, and just as despicable.
This is too much.
Don't expect me to make the same mistakes next time.
Nicely put, Alistair. An act of war punishable by death, eh? That took some thinking.
I had to try something. To tell the truth, I have no idea if I spoke the truth or not. But it looks like they know no more of it than I. Go home, Kristen, and thank your gods that you are still alive.
I certainly will. At last we are free to express our love for each other, Eliana.
I'm sorry, Kristen, but that will not happen. I do not feel the same way.
What? But what do you mean, my sweet?
My advances towards you were not genuine. I only made them to make Lord Roxton call off the wedding. I'm sorry, I didn't think it would go this far. But now that this business is over, you must forget about me.
What?
I never loved you, Kristen. Leave, I beg you, and never come back.
I can't sit on my father's throne yet. Our land is...
Alistair, how was your journey to King's Landing?
The situation there is worse than I imagined. It will prove difficult to stop Valar from claiming the title to Riverspring. And Gawain is dead.
Gods be good. This is upsetting news, Alistair. What happened?
The Goldcloaks found him dead amidst the victims of some bloody business.
Poor Gawain.
And the worst is, Valar is responsible for all these killings.
Valar? Can you prove it?
Yes, I retrieved the written order to kill them, signed in his own hand. But I must obtain more proof before I can openly accuse Valar. Otherwise I risk facing the Queen's wrath.
Valar cannot get away with such a crime.
One thing at a time, Harwin. I haven't finished with him yet. I have a new ally, Lord Arwood Harden of Castlewood. It was he who helped me trace Gawain.
Lord Halton? I see. He was a great friend of your father's. Did you meet him in King's Landing?
Yes, Gawain was trying to reach him before he disappeared. Lord Halton approached me after a meeting with the Queen and told me what he knew. While looking for my brother, I learned things that could change our land's fate, and perhaps more. Father was already onto it. He wrote all this down and hid the documents somewhere in Riverspring. I must find them.
Hidden documents? If I'm not mistaken, you're not the only one who has sought them.
How so?
Some weeks ago, actually, it was the day your father died. Some of Lord Raynald's bannermen and friends were in Riverspring.
Lord Garth, no need to take offense over such trifling matters. Squabbles between houses are commonplace. Believe me, with patience, things will work out by themselves. By the grace of the gods, learn to relish a king's meal when you can. I have enough problems with my son Gawain. I don't know if I should find anger or joy in his absence at the table.
My lord, come quickly!
What is it now?
Someone has forced his way into your office.
What? Entry is strictly forbidden. I hope that you have put the wretch behind bars.
Well, the man in your office is none other than your son Gawain, my lord.
Gawain? That wretch. I've had enough. That ingrate never ceases to dishonor, disappoint, and disobey me. He's gone too far. I won't tolerate any more of it. Never again.
Come now, my lord. He is your son.
Gawain means nothing to me, Harwin. I only had one son, and he's lost to me. And look at all the trouble he has given me. I should have taken care of this a long time ago. I call on all present to be my witnesses. On this day, I, Lord Reynald Sarwick, do disinherit my son Gawain and deprive him of all rights and privileges formerly bequeathed to him. Now I must chase him from my chambers. This latest outrage will be his last. I must take my leave now. Come with me, Harwin.
Reynald, my friend. I know we have our differences, but today I share your pain. I am saddened to hear what Gawain has done. But despite my affection for him, I must admit that you are right. If he were to become lord of your house, he would cause its downfall.
Not only mine, Arwood. The same fate would befall all of the lands that depend on River Spring. When the rot sets in, it remains only to cut it out. It's as simple as that.
Are you certain you made the right decision, my lord?
I made the only decision that my good-for-naught son made possible. By the gods, I swear even his sister would be the better one to succeed me.
We're talking about your last heir.
River Spring should have been Alistair's by right, no one else's. Let's get this over.
Father!
Gawain, this door was locked, but that didn't stop you from going through my things, did it?
Father, I know about the Brotherhood. I only want to help you.
Seven hells, who asked you to interfere? What's at stake here is too important for you to become involved. This is enough. I stopped believing that you could replace Alistair a long time ago. This ends now. I'm disinheriting you.
No! I don't know who's been putting these ideas into your head. I beg of you, Father!
Silence! If anyone has put anything in my head, it would be you. You and your inability to listen. You and your disrespect. You have brought enough trouble on this house. If you have an ounce of respect left for the Sarwick name, you will not make another scene.
Father! Listen to me!
Enough! Leave me now. I would not see you again.
Your father chased your brother from the room without any further ado, and wouldn't hear so much as an explanation from him.
And then? You were saying it happened the day my father died.
Your father went to sleep right after the incident. The poison was already in his veins by then. He never saw the sunrise.
I see. Has anyone been in this room since?
No. I locked the door after the incident so that no one could enter it.
Do you think Gawain was looking for the same documents that I am?
I only know that when you spoke of these hidden documents, I immediately remembered the incident. If your father was concealing any documents, they would be in this room.
I've never seen his office in such a state. Even the shield he was so proud of no longer hangs on the wall.
Your sister was forced to sell the shield after the rioting. We needed the coin after giving the castle's supplies to the villagers, as you had ordered.
Thank you, Harwin. You may take your leave now. I can handle this alone.
Very well, my lord.
No trace of Father's documents. They must be here some... There's nothing here. No trace of Father's documents. They must be here somewhere. There's nothing here. Incredible. A secret door.